Hi everybody, it's Alexa here from Pages of Forbidden Love for another In My Mailbox post. As you can see, Johnny's not with me. Somehow our planning just didn't work out this week, and so he's not here with me to make the video. And I actually asked on Twitter if anybody wanted to see the video, if it was just me, and Erica over at the bookseller sent me a tweet and she was like, "No, of course not." And then she was just kidding. She's like, "Of course we want to see it, silly." So I told her I would do it just for her, and hopefully gonna make this one short. You know, there's no Johnny here to joke around with, so you get just me, kind of how vlogs used to be, which Johnny says it's boring when it's just me, so you can actually let me know this week if it's boring with just me doing the video. So first off, let me show you two ebooks really fast that I got on my Nook this week. I am going to be doing a event in May. I'm just starting to plan this, like this literally just started to come together like 3 days ago, so I don't have a lot of details yet, but what I'm hoping to do is feature a lot of self-published authors, indie authors, basically authors that have books that aren't out to the general public because they don't have copies being sold in stores. They work with small press companies, so not a lot of people have heard about their books, things like that. So I actually asked a couple people what book I should read and everything, and I was on Twitter and I was talking with M.R. Merrick, which is Matt. I call him, that's his name is Matt, okay? I'm not going to call him M.R. That just seems kind of silly to me. So Matt told me, I told him actually that he could pick an April read for me. So he told me that I must read Memoirs Aren't Fairy Tales. It's supposed to be a story about addiction, about a girl who, I guess she was doing cocaine at first, and then she does heroin once, and thinks it's like the best thing ever because it helps her forget and just helps her kind of like feel life in a different way. And so I was told I have to read this one, and since it is something that would qualify for my May event, hopefully my review of this one will actually go up in May instead of April when I plan on reading it. So thank you so much to Matt for suggesting that one for me. And then another one that everybody kind of has been talking about lately. I don't know why that cover looks like that. That's how the cover came up. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, because that's not the cover. The cover, well, the book, I should tell you what the book is called first. It's Demons at Dead Night, and the cover is kind of like a girl in a green dress who's like falling down to what looks kind of like hell. It looks really interesting though, and apparently it has the Hex Boys, which, after reading about these guys in so many posts lately from different bloggers everywhere, I have to read about these guys. Come on, who doesn't want to read? I think there's 6 of them. So who doesn't want to read about 6 hot guys? So hoping to read that one and then include that in my May event. And maybe if I can get an email off to the 2 authors, it's a mother-daughter team who wrote that book, maybe they'll be featured. Who knows? Still getting everything planned out. So let's move on to some physical books that I got. These have honestly been sitting on in my mailbox shelf since Borders, okay? That's how long these have been here. So yeah, I don't exactly show you everything on time. See, look, there's even a Borders, how sad, a Borders pricing sticker. Something you'll never really see again. But it's Tempest Rising, which is the first book in, goodness, what is this series called? I think it's just like the name of the characters, just what the series is called. If you know the name of this series, please tell me. I'm sure it's like something, I can't remember what the name of it is. Anyway, Candace over at Candace's book blog reads this series, and she really likes it, because I got her the 4th book a couple months ago, and she read it, and she liked it, and she likes the whole series. So here's book number 1, which I think I got for like 60% off or something with Borders closing. And then the second book in the series is Tracking the Tempest, which these have kind of really cool covers. Like, they look kind of like anime covers almost, like manga covers, but really cool looking. And then I'm hoping I really like this series because I also got book 3. I think this one was when the original Borders were closing, like when they originally just said, oh, we're only closing, like, I don't know, 25 or 30% of their stores. And this one I think I got for like $2. It was like the very, very last day of one of the Borders closing sales the first time around before they closed all of the Borders. So I got this one for really cheap. So I think that's why I was like, oh, well, even if I don't like the series, I'll find somebody to pass it along to who wouldn't enjoy it. So we'll see. Next up that I had gotten a long time ago at a Borders closing sale. Frankly, I am really in love with this cover. Who isn't? I mean, does that not look epic? And then you can kind of see the other girl's face, although the wolf is upside down when you look at the other girl's face. But I just think that looks really cool. I know everybody talks about Jackson Pierce. She wrote Sisters Red. Then she wrote kind of a sequel. It's not really a sequel, but it kind of just goes along with the fairy tale themes, and that second book's called Sweetly. And then her newest one coming out is a contemporary, which is called Purity. And people really seem to be liking all of her books so far, so I really need to read this one. I mean, it's been sitting on my shelf for more than half a year, so definitely need to get to it. Next, I think I got these from Amazon, yeah. I got these from, like, an Amazon, like, really cheap, like, $3 or something, $3 or $4 each. The Summer I Turned Pretty. I've heard very mixed things about this. Some people say that they really are so in love with this series, and other people are kind of like, well, it's good, you know, it's a cute kind of read, not the best, so, you know, I'm really kind of interested to see what I think about this one, and they sound really interesting, so we'll have to see. They kind of seem like it would be, like a cute summer tale, but I think, like, more serious stuff happens later on in the series, so. Because the second book is called It's Not Summer Without You. This one I got bargain price, obviously, it says it on there, so. You know, I figure if I'm paying, like, you know, only a couple dollars to read this series, we'll see how it is. If I don't like it, I can always pass it along to somebody who might like it a little bit more. And then last but not least, I did get one review book in the mail from the author. It's Voyance. It's supposed to be about teenagers who can kind of, like, see things. They kind of get, I'm not necessarily thinking it's visions, I think it's just, like, telepathic abilities, and they all have to go to a school together, but there's something mysterious, of course, going on at this school. So who doesn't love books that are, like, teen paranormal with kind of like a mystery element, it sounds like. So, sounds really good, and the author signed it, and then she sent me a little kind of, like, card that goes along with it. And this is actually, I didn't know this, but this is by a press company that is here in Chandler, Arizona, and that is the town over from the town I live in Arizona. So, I'll have to check this press company out, see if I can find out more information about them, and possibly, see what's going on with them. I didn't even know that there was a press company so freaking close to where I live. You know, you always think press companies and you think that they're all in New York, so it's really, really cool to know that there is a press company that has a zip code that is recognizable to me. So, really excited to read this one. I know, I'm really excited about a press company in Arizona, aren't I? So that is everything that I got this week. Obviously, I didn't really get these books this week. They're books from a long time ago that I just never showed you, like a lot of things on in my mailbox to show you bookshelf. Yes, I have a bookshelf of books just to show you. I know I keep mentioning this, but like all these books sitting here are books that I have not yet mentioned in IMM posts, so I always have something to talk about. Plenty of books to go around. So, let me know below in the comments if you're reading any of these books, if you've already read all these books, if you really like them since a lot of these books are older. If you have any suggestions on indie authors, self-published authors, authors that work with smaller press companies, if I should read their books, if I should feature them, if you are an author who wants to be featured in May, let me know, comment, email me, etc., etc. So what did you all get in your mailbox? And because Johnny's not here, it's up to me to say, take care and spike your hair. Bye, guys!